Hi guys, welcome to this tutorial on basic string handling in Python. So as we know, strings are essentially a sequence of characters enclosed in speech marks. That's what strings are. So in this tutorial we're just going to play around with some strings and see what we can do with them. So I'm going to start off with a variable called string1, and I'm just going to set it using the equal symbol to the string hello. Remember to close and open and close the speech marks properly. And I'm going to do a similar thing with string2 and just call it world. Hello. I'm going to call it world. So string1 is hello and string2 is world. Now one thing I can do with strings is combine them or add them together using the plus symbol. So if I say string1 plus string2, I get the result hello world, as we can see here. Now the thing is, if we look at the hello world that's been printed out, there's no space in between the hello and the world, which is something which would help to make it easier to read. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a new variable called combine is set to the string, which is defined by string1 plus a space plus string2. Now if I print out combined, I see hello world printed with the space in between, and it's just easier to read. It's properly done. So that's the addition operator, so to speak, where you can combine two or more strings together into a longer string. So another thing I can do with strings in Python is find out exactly what character is at a certain position in the string. So if I say combined with the square bracket notation position 0, Python will return to me what character is in position 0 of this string called combined. So remember, in computers we start counting from 0, so we go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 onwards, as opposed to our normal counting where we just start off with 1. So at position 0, i.e. the first position of the string combined, I have the character H, and at position 4, or index 4 of the string combined, I have the character O from hello world. What I can do is I can say, as a shortcut to finding the last character in this string, I can go for the index -1. So combined square brackets -1 gives me the final character of the combined string, which is hello world with an exclamation mark at the end. Now I'm just going to set a new string called string3 to something really long, like I enjoy learning Python, exclamation mark. I'm just going to make it a really long string, or relatively long string, and see what I can do with it. So in Python, let's see, we have a technique called string slicing. So I enjoy learning Python, and now I'm just going to select two random characters from string3 and just add them together using the technique above, adding two strings together. So I'm just going to say the last character of string3, which should be the exclamation mark, and then the character of string3 which has index 1, i.e. the second character, I believe that's a space. And if I add the two together, I get exclamation mark and then space. So that just encompasses the two techniques we've done already, just accessing a particular character within a string and then adding characters together. I can also find out the position of a certain character in my string. So if I look at string3, I enjoy learning Python, and I say dot index the character O. So what I'm asking is, at what position in string3 do I find the first occurrence of the letter O, the character O, and it returns to me 5. The count function counts how many occurrences of a particular string, like G, occur in my string. So G occurs only once in string3, so the count function returns 1 to me. So index to find out the index of the first occurrence of a character in a string, and count to find out how many occurrences there are. The length function, len, returns the length of the string. So len brackets string 3 and then close brackets returns 24, the number of characters in the string. Now what I can do is repeat strings using the multiplication. So whereas with addition we could add strings together, with string 3, if I multiply it by 4, I'm just going to print it 4 times. That's what it does. Another technique in Python is called string slicing, whereby I can access a certain range of characters within the string. So if I say string 3 and print out from character 0 all the way up to, but not including, character 6, it will print out to me that particular selected range of characters within the string. So from 0 to 6. And in the second example I'm just going to go from string 3 and I'm going to go from character 6 all the way up to, but not including, 24. And it prints out that particular segment of my string. So that's called string slicing. We can also play around with the cases of the letters or the characters in the string. So if I say the .upper function, it changes everything to uppercase, and swap case literally swaps every uppercase letter for a lowercase, and vice versa. Another well-known technique, which isn't used too often but is quite useful, is to have 2 colons, 2 semicolons, and then -1, and that just prints the string in reverse.